Hi guys, I am really happy with how these pretty impactful tweaks are affecting both the openness of the downstairs rec room as well as the courtyard space between the main home and the detached ADU and garage. So just quickly zooming in here, not too much has really changed for the ground floor of the main home. We've still got an amazing great room. I've opted to position the nook in this line of axis and keeping the entry to the great room here in line with this open foyer rather than shifting it over here to be in line with the stairs. I don't really like having to come out this way and then jog over to go up. I'd rather have this be a terminus focal point for the entry. Um, and also by having this opening shifted over to the right, we have more opportunity for a more centered TV in the great room with a tall media cabinet on one side and perhaps a bar cabinet on the other. The kitchen with prep room and pantry feel the same to me. The dining and the bedroom 6 office are the same, although they are bigger per your request. The tweak over here with the laundry room and the bathroom feels fine to me. I don't see there being any downsides to this. I no longer want to have an exterior entry over this way to get to this bathroom. I think the way the site plan is shaping up, this central courtyard area is really where all the action's going to happen, and it's kind of fun to go through the breezeway and enter through the mudroom to cut into the powder room here. So really happy with this. Um, while we'll come back to the ADU, so let's go upstairs. And everything here feels about the same to me. I've made the tweaks that you've asked for. The balcony is half of the depth of the covered two-story roof overhang feature, which is making for a very dramatic front entry that we'll see in a moment. The master suite has gotten a lot bigger. It is now stacked over the exterior wall here. So we have a two-story stack interrupted by a nice piece of trim that acts as the balcony surround. You'll see that in the 3D model. And the walk-in closet is also bigger as well. I've opted to make this pass-through area part of the makeup and dressing space, and now the sinks and the linen are just a more maybe standard feature inside a slightly squeezed down bathroom that still feels very, very large and luxurious to me. But the walk-in closet's a lot larger, and I'm going for a wall-mounted toilet in here because this space has gotten a little too small, I think, for a tank-style toilet. But otherwise, these rooms all feel pretty great to me. So let's head downstairs, down again, into the far enlarged rec room. So here again, things are pretty similar to what we were seeing before, where we've got, but we do have a larger dining and pool table area here at the expense of the bedroom 8, which still feels really large to me. Um, I like the gym space with this screened in wall. So we've got the same wood slats that we'll have up on the, or here separating the living from the stairs. We'll incorporate that feature again here, flanking the TV wall. So we'll have wood slats with frosted glass behind them, wood slats with frosted glass behind them, so that you're not seeing anyone active in the gym, nor are the sounds traveling through as well. But we're going to get a lot of borrowed light from the corner glass here in the gym. And then everything else I think is pretty much as you requested, and I'm pretty happy with it. And so let's go back upstairs and look at the ADU. So the ADU, I opted to deviate pretty substantially from the sketch that you sent because I don't want the living space for the ADU to be tucked away back here. It's very disassociated from the rear yard. I think it makes so much more sense and will yield to a better courtyard experience if the great room for the ADU is back here and really part of this open courtyard area. So I'm putting the kitchen here, the living area here, the bathroom with the stacked washer and dryer in a cabinet in the bathroom, and then 2 bedrooms, and then the exterior accessed utility closet here. So I love this a lot, and I'm really excited to show it to you in 3D. So let's go ahead and jump to that right now. And so here is just the overall site plan with, I've cut in a retaining wall to create this flatter backyard area. And I'm really, really happy with it, though we are a bit maxed out on the um, MDA, the maximum developable area, assuming that we're going to fully pave this courtyard space, which I think we should. But I haven't yet responded, or I had this pretty much done before you sent me your request to make a carport here, so we can explore that still, but I wanted to show you what I had developed here first. So, coming down to an eye level view, we've got a walking path leading up to the front, centered between the existing oak trees. And we'll see more of this in a little bit, but let's just get a quick peek for how this 2-story entry feature feels. I'm really quite happy with it. We've got the recessed entry here, that this wall is now in line with this wall. But you can't really tell that because of this intervening 2-story element. And based on your feedback of the left side not really feeling integrated with the right side, I've opted to clad this feature, this cantilever feature and this trim element, in the same dark siding material that I'm using at the 2 bedrooms up here. And I feel like this is really quite successful. But let's see how people will mostly experience this. They're going to come over this way to the driveway. And I've reshaped the driveway a little bit to try and retain this existing tree here. And we come right up to the garage here. And we've got a really exciting view. I'm really floored with this. I think this is so cool. I really like the change of material here. This dark brown material. I'd love for it to be zinc siding, but even if it was painted brown wood siding, that I think might do the trick. But zinc would be just a phenomenal accent feature for all of this dark siding that I'm showing here. So if we come along this path here, we see this really sort of inviting portal here with a bench along the bottom. And doing a little bit of regrading has really helped make this front entry area feel a lot less intimidating to go up to. But we'd see that there'd be a little gate here for now. I know that you're thinking that maybe this would be a covered carport. I'm not as keen on that idea yet, but to be honest, I haven't fully explored it. But I love it being a little person gate here that opens into this courtyard area. But more on this later. Let's first explore the main house. So we're seeing the cantilevered front bedroom, its bathroom, little hint at the stair tower back there, high windows at the living room, walking along a very large set of windows here at the living room, and getting a peek at the wood screen element that would be screening off the as yet unmodeled staircase. But then we get to this turn here where we can turn towards the door, but I really love this bench here at this opening. Seeing the existing cedar trees here at the corner of the property, it's just so cool to me. And I can really imagine people sitting here, taking off their shoes and leaning over and peeking into this light well space and seeing the activities happening at the rec room, and not really getting too much of a peek at what's going on in the gym, but still there's a lot of activity, a lot of glass in this light well. When coming through the front entry here, I really like seeing the kind of shadows that we'll get playing on the solid wall here. This is the closet wall for this bedroom, and I'm floored with this. I think it's going to be so exciting to see. And while the balcony may not be as large as it once was, I still think it is large enough to come out here comfortably and to stand out here and enjoy the distant views, and also to greet guests that might be walking up the front walkway. Continuing past, we're seeing stacked windows for each bedroom, stacking over the windows of the spaces below at the dining room and at the office, as well as a small window at the bathroom. And just to have a more consistent front elevation, I'm opting to show more of this dark siding between each window and dropping a little skirt below these high windows so that it's just a more consistent um, rhythm for this wall, especially when seen from a distance. So we've got this front cantilever here, as well as this cantilever here, still intact. I think it's really quite powerful. High windows for this bedroom, corner windows for the office, because who doesn't want their office to have the corner windows, right? And then this wall, or this elevation, is pretty much the same as before. We've got high windows above the master bedroom, as well as one tall window for more easy casement operation. And then where we once had a door here, now this is just a high window at the laundry and a high window above the downstairs shower, the bathroom that's used by this office and this bedroom here. This downstairs bedroom has a similar window approach as the master suite, just not quite as extensive. And I really love the master suite. This long, solid overhang on the southern side, whereas I did do an opening on the northern side balcony to bring in those exciting shadows. I want to protect this bedroom with a deep overhang. But they've got a really great balcony space here. Lots of glass, lots of nice natural light coming in, but a protected balcony is the right move here. Sliding glass doors for that downstairs room. And then we're seeing the master suite, or I should say the master bath. So this would be a window above the makeup vanity and dressing area, as well as high windows and a tall window at the master bath vanity sink area. This tall window would be between the two sinks. And here we've got a window design, large windows at the kitchen, and then windows in the pantry space as well. And because I want to have this very clean roofline continue over, but I don't want to completely shade the kitchen area, I'm opting to do a similar feature like at the balcony, where I've got this opening in this overhang area, and we're doing some really cool wood slats, or yeah, wood slats that would create some really cool shadow lines. Peering down into the light well here. Corner glass for the downstairs bedroom number 8, sliding glass windows, and then a corner window at the desk area, and then pair of sliding glass doors for the dining area downstairs. Just quickly looking this way, we'd have a nice little pickleball court here, screened by some hedges to help define the space, and then a little pool area. And then a very exciting thing happening here at the great room. Large corner glass windows that would pull away. In fact, let's go ahead and show those in the open position. And that's a bit more exciting to see. And I've refined this element a bit more. So it comes down to the ground, but creating a little opportunity for just a little seat area. I haven't mocked it, but this would probably be a good spot to put another one of these planters. A little puck light up here, shining down into this alcove. I think that'd be a really cool feature when you're coming up the stairs. And now we're starting to see a little bit of this courtyard space between the main home and the ADU, but we will come back to that. I just want to finish up the main home tour. So as we come upstairs here, we'll see windows for the staircase. I'm opting now to show windows above the low attic area, as well as high windows here, so that we don't really have any skylight above the staircase, which is perhaps unusual for me. I almost always do a skylight above the staircase, but I think with this amount of glass on the walls, we'd have plenty of light coming in. And that lack of skylight would just allow for easier mounting or more flexible mounting for an impressive chandelier hanging down into the staircase area. And then finally we have the breezeway connecting to the garage and the door leading into the mudroom. And so for guests hanging out here in the courtyard area, they would hop through or hop across this bridge where they would see a window down into the home theater and a window into the laundry area, as well as the windows into the bedroom 7, I believe, downstairs in this corner. But they hop across into the mudroom to get into this powder room around this corner. So this breezeway is really cool, and I'm opting in this courtyard area to use these Core 10 planters as space definers. So you can see I've got an L-shaped arrangement of these planters to sort of create a backdrop for this seating, dining, and outdoor cooking zone. And another one here to create just a little bit of a visual screen between the dining area and the pool area. And then coming this way, we're starting to see a more fully developed ADU, one that I think is really promising. We talked about having two garage doors, or I should say, there's 4 garage doors in this garage, but one's at the back so that you could pull through and have just a really sweet show-off spot for your prized vehicle, one that you'd want to show off during a party, perhaps. And then take these corner steps up to the ADU, with the living area being a bit higher up to make the retaining wall cut less deep. But there's a extra dining area here with a exterior TV mounted and protected by this overhang. And then corner sliding glass doors, just like what we have going on at the main house, but toned down a bit simpler. I would say let's keep the post here. So this would just be a sliding door that moves away from the post to create an open corner, but I think the post here is fine. And then we have a regular swinging door here that is centered on the hallway leading to the I haven't modeled the doors, but there'd be a door here for the bedroom, door for the office, and a bathroom. And then lots of glass here for the ADU living room. Window here for the bathroom. Pair of windows for the office. Exterior louvered doors for that utility room for its forced air unit and its water heater. And then a pair of tall windows for the main bedroom. And then high windows here. because again, I don't want there to be too much of a view of the extra parking here. So I think I'm just going to fly around this a bit slowly so that you could pause at any point you want. But I have to say, I am stoked with how this is looking. Now, one thing I haven't done is I haven't modeled the slopes again, because it's a bit time consuming, and I want to make sure we're happy with the overall shape of the house before I start doing those really minimal 1/4 inch per foot roof slopes, which I found a metal roofing by AEP Span that I've spec'd before that does allow roof slopes of as low as a 1/4 inch per foot. So the same roof design that I had developed before would be feasible while covered in a more durable metal roofing. So we don't have to rely on TPO roofing for this low slope roof. The more I look at this, the more I love it. This is super exciting to me. Solar panels here on the ADU. There aren't, I think, too many large trees. These may not be sized correctly. I did size a lot of these trees per the arborist report I just received, but these ones I think are still the placeholder size. If these are so large that they'd be shadowing these solar panels, then I think it'd be a no-brainer to move these panels over here onto the main roof. You would never see them, especially if they're centered on this roof area. You'll never see them from the high windows here at the bathroom or the high windows above the lower flight of stairs. So I have no problem, no qualms putting the windows or the solar panels over here, but just thinking about the view from up here at perhaps this detached pergola structure, which I haven't shown any pathways up to yet or any intermediary flat landscape area. I think maybe it makes sense to put the solar panels, which are almost really hard to see right now, on the secondary structure rather than the main structure. But again, that would be best determined by solar manufacturers when they do their solar studies, because I don't want these to be shaded. Well, guys, as always, I can't wait to hear your feedback. I hope you are as excited about this design as I am, and that we can perhaps start taking this to the next level, which would include civil engineering coordination and landscape design with a proper landscape designer so that we can submit to the Los Altos Hills Planning Department. Thank you guys so much.